Hello guys, how you guys doing? This is good old Grandmaster Ruffin here, and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. How you guys doing this fine evening? I want to talk to you guys. This is a really nice, cool evening here. It's really cool. I haven't really fully talked about my diagnosis of diabetes very much. Back in 2014, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. When I was back in 2014, which was about 5 years ago. It'll be 6 years ago this October. And I've been wanting to do this because ever since this whole COVID-19 pandemic bullshit, there's a lot of people that have type 2 diabetes, that have cancer, heart problems, they have history of illnesses through genetics, through the family, that pass down through the family trees and shit like that. I've been coping with this for a number of years now. But when I talk about it, I do, but not really fully talk about it. Because I'm so busy doing this. I've been so see, I'm wearing glasses. I'm 44 years old, and I hail from Fresno, California, and I'm diabetic. I take medication for my diabetes. And is it scary? Yes, it is. It is scary, big time, guys. During my 9 years on YouTube, 9 years, I had to go back and it wasn't 2010 that I started. It was 2011. So this would mark 9 years, really. So I had some time to really look back and but there's some things you're not allowed to talk about, even if you talk about it on social media, because companies like Facebook would probably remove it, saying it's a spam or some kind of stupid shit that they come up with. Now, about that, there's people that have what I got. They have autoimmune disease. They got MS. They got Hodgkin's. They got ALS and shit like that, and other genetic diseases and shit like that. So, but ever since last night, when the head of YouTube announced that if anybody talk about the World Health Organization or mentions vitamin C and the coronavirus in the same video, in the same sentence or whatever, the video will be taken down as a policy violation. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, like, why? Why are you doing that? It shouldn't be a policy at all. or a violation. I mean, here's Susan Wojciechowski, or whatever her name is. She's being basically asked to censor any kind of information or give any reason to have a video removed because they're speaking out against the WHO or talking about vitamin C and the coronavirus, which technically, scientifically, and honestly, vitamin C can help kill the coronavirus. And this is the information that they do not want you to know. It is obvious they know this, but they don't want you to know because it's about money. It's about money. It's about Bill Gates putting RFID chip planters in under your skin. This was part of his plan too. Okay. Now, if we talk about this, here's the thing. The head of YouTube, at the top, Susan whatever her name is, would force the people under her to remove any video talking about this. Okay. Now, what can also kill the coronavirus? Anything natural. Okay. What do we eat? Vegetables, fruits, variety of nuts, walnuts, almonds, cashews, pistachios, walnut, and anything do with fiber. Okay, fiber. Okay, what is fiber? Beans and rice. Okay, has fiber in it. If you take one of those air things, my neighbor told me about this. This air, it's air something. If you throw it in water and drink it, it will kill your cold like that in no time. There's a lot of things that could really cure a cold, cure fever. Okay, but they do not want you to talk about this, and I don't know why. My theory is it's about fucking money. It's about putting the little RFID chip, you call it the mark of the beast. They're calling it the mark of the beast. And so, it's pretty much that everything controversial. There's been a lot of things controversial talked about on YouTube, but through their algorithms, they change. Okay. Now, if you deny climate change, they will attack you. They will remove your video or take down your channel because you're this so-called climate change denier. Okay? Here's the facts. Climate change and fossil fuel do not exist. These were thought up from the minds of, say, John D. Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, two of the most ruthless families in the world. Okay? J.P. Morgan bought the White Star Line. Okay? He's the one that came up with the idea of sinking the Olympic, it was his idea to change the names. So, in actuality, okay, folks, the Olympic is at the bottom of the Atlantic. Okay, the Titanic did not really sink. The Titanic, under the name Olympic, was scrapped. It was scrapped. So, the name was changed. People were forced into silence. Names were changed. The one ship that cost a lot of money had to go down. Insurance fraud and murder was all in one shot. Okay. Now people are wondering, did the iceberg really sink the ship? No. 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 That was another lie. But there's lies and lies and lies over the years, folks, over the years. And, you know, I mean, a lot of things happen over the years, you know. Iran-Contra controversy. You know, Waco, Ruby Ridge, you know. Now, here's a known fact. You can get arrested for even posting and sharing a post or doing a post on Facebook by saying anything. Okay? Saying anything. If you criticize something or somebody or anything or anybody, say if you criticize a local police department, you criticize a police chief or an officer or somebody that was at the department, they have people monitoring people's pages, you know, and they create fake accounts to monitor you, and they know how to do it. You can do it, but yeah. If you mention all that, there's a good chance you could lose your video over a lame, fake-ass policy violation. That's all it is. A lame, fake-ass policy violation. The Susan Wojcicki bitch. I mean, she's in it with Bill Gates. Just kissing their ass. Just as anybody on YouTube. If you mention any of that, goodbye to your video. Goodbye to your channel. Goodbye to you. You're banned. But there's always a way to come back onto YouTube. Always. But I mean, I'm watching this interview that she's doing on CNN and CBS, and she's getting stupider by the day. And my question is, how come they didn't fire her a long time ago? Because what she's doing is spreading her own agenda. She's spreading her own agenda, folks. And you kind of want to pay attention to this shit. You know, if they don't like what you're saying. They don't like what you post. They don't like what you share. Let me give a example here, folks. I did a video here 2 days ago. What was it yesterday? I was talking about this 2 days ago on Facebook. I shared this on Facebook. And even though it's been shared with everybody, groups and messengers and storyline thing, it got taken down, but it still got up. You could share a meme, right? They try to limit your sharing of memes or posts or articles, whatever you're doing, because in their minds, it's like it might be spam. It might go against their policy. I don't know. Really? Probably not. But they do it anyway, no matter what the hell you do. Twitter, same thing. I did a tweet about a week and a half ago asking a question. Do you guys think that Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birx, Bill Gates, the World Health Organization are cooking the books for their COVID-19 endgame? That was the question. Then all of a sudden, boom, Twitter thing went down permanently. This was the second time. And if they don't like what you're saying or are questioning, they will pretty much try to tie your hands up. But here's something that they don't really. So the thing is, there's alternatives. There's BitChute, Minds, MeWe, Holiness. I didn't even mention this. There was VidMe for a while, VidMe. And YouTube forced the guy that created VidMe to shut his thing down. Because they didn't want no competition. How many of you remember that one video? Oh, Quick. Q-U-I-K, Quick. I remember using that. And uploading to YouTube. There's live stream. There's Streamlabs, there's StreamYard. There's a lot of different streamings where you can upload to YouTube, upload to Twitch, Mixer, and other things. Twitch is another platform that you guys can also go onto. You can use it for not just for gaming and whatnot, but you can also use it for discussions and shit, discussions. Anything. And they're trying to find a way to shut you down. Okay? Now, the founder of MeWe, was being interviewed by somebody. And they're talking about how someone posted the thing about MeWe on Facebook. And they replied back, MeWe is owned by Facebook. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Instagram used to be this. Twitter bought out Twitter bought out Vine. They bought out Vine. Vine was a small social media platform. Twitter bought them out, and put them to pasture. And Facebook bought Instagram because they couldn't compete with Instagram, because Instagram was like this brand new thing. If you couldn't beat it, if you couldn't kill it, buy it. But Facebook does not own MeWe. MeWe is a freedom. I mean, you look at MeWe, Parler, Anti, you look at Canun. I mean, all these platforms that are pro-free speech. Minds is pro-free speech. MeWe is pro-free speech. Okay. Holliness is pro-free speech. BitChute is pro-free speech. VidMe is pro-free speech. And you got Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube that are anti-free speech. Okay. But people use it because they're not afraid to express their freedom to speak. And you got these high hoity-toity media motherfuckers telling these platforms, shut these motherfuckers down. Shut them down. They're making us look bad. Okay, well, tough shit. You have CNN really pushing the issue of silencing the little guy because they cannot compete with the little guy anymore. Because, yeah, they're paying these cocksuckers multi-million-dollar contracts who are biased to the fucking bone. Cannot tell the truth, by the way. Thank you very much, motherfuckers. Okay. And Gab is also pro-free speech. And they try to shut down Gab. Oh, yeah, Gab, yeah. I mean, if MeWe, Holliness, Minds, BitChute, and all the other platforms are allowed beyond the Google App Store, how come they won't allow Gab on there? Okay. Gab is like Minds and MeWe and Holliness and BitChute, Anti, Canund, Parler. These are platforms for everybody to speak. To speak. And they let you be yourself as long as you don't fuck up and violate the guidelines or your ass is booted. Okay? Facebook is completely left. Twitter, completely. Now, if Twitter gets rid of Jack Dorsey and brings in somebody who's not biased, Twitter will do pretty well. Okay? They'll do pretty well. If somebody had the balls, okay? If somebody had the balls to buy Facebook and actually sells off Instagram and WhatsApp. WhatsApp could be, once again, end-to-end encryption again. But ever since Facebook bought WhatsApp, it's no longer end-to-end encryption messaging service anymore. It's completely gone. Mark Zuckerberg makes sure that it was no longer encrypted. Okay? Messenger is not encrypted. Okay? But information's power, man. Information's power, guys. You know, and information is like a baseball bat. You can swing it both ways, both directions. Don't matter. It's like a double-edged sword. You can swing it both ways. no matter who it hits. And information is very powerful. Information is more powerful than any kind of weapon. Information is more powerful than a jet, a tank, a bomb, a gun, whatever. Information is the most powerful weapon ever. Okay? Because with information, you could tear down a country without even using a fucking weapon and shit. You could tear down a government with information. Okay? But the elites, the elites love using not just information as a weapon, but also actual weapons and shit. And so what the information that YouTube don't want out, everybody already knows. So why try to censor information that everybody knows about? I've been saying it for days, man. Eat an orange. That's where you get your vitamin C and vitamin D. Sun. They know for a fact in 2 months, okay? We're already in April, May, June, okay? When June comes around, the weather changes. Okay? And what the sun does, when it gets hot, okay? When it gets hot, people are going to be out there, want to go swimming, jump in the lake, jump in the pool, play in the water, go fishing, and whatnot. They're going to enjoy the nice warm day. And when it happens, okay. Now, here's another thing. If you take a hot shower or cold shower or hot bath, cold bath, warm shower or warm bath, it could help you. It could help your body. It can also help you from getting strokes and shit. Right? Yeah. Take a nice bath, nice shower. It will help you with your strokes and shit. If you have a stroke. If family have history of strokes and shit. And also your heart, whatever. The more I learn every day about the shit, is the more that I'm handing out information. Okay? Now, what is the big killer of the flu and the cold and this virus? Oranges. Eat a lot of oranges. Even though they'll make you shit, it will help you stay healthy. It will help you kill the common cold, the fever, the flu, you name it. Even this fucking coronavirus, folks. Hello, viewer. How you doing, man? How you doing, viewer? Got one viewer. How you doing, man? How you doing? Thank you for watching, my friend. It's an honor. Thank you. I mean, they're trying to censor information that we already know about. Vitamin C, vitamin D can help kill the coronavirus. And this is the one thing that they do not want you to know, which, hello, we already know. We already know this shit, okay? You're good, you're fine. Just eat an orange. Go to the store and get as many oranges you can. Because oranges have vitamin C and vitamin D, okay? And it will help kill this thing, okay? And it is one of the best things to even have, okay? Look, I've been diabetic since 2014. I've learned to cut out a lot of junk. Okay, a lot of junk shit, junk food and whatnot. So I've been eating healthy. I've been eating, a lot of healthy shit. I've been wheat, oat. Now here's a good thing. If you have any heart issues in your family, eat a lot of oats, fiber. Nuts have fiber. Almonds, cashews, peanuts, walnuts. They have fiber. Beans have fiber. Okay? Rice also has fiber. But also it has starch too. So, what else? You eat a lot of, say, carrots, beets, a lot of healthy shit. Okay? Sweet potatoes are pretty good too. Potatoes also have fiber too. Cauliflower, broccoli, both are cancer killers, but even though you get gassy, broccoli and cauliflower will kill cancer. Okay? It'll kill cancer. How you doing, viewer? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. And it is a lot of information that they're trying to say. Don't believe this. Don't believe this natural health crap because they're lying to you. Take our stuff that we made. So you're telling me that to cure a common cold, I have to take this man-made pharmaceutical? Yes, take it. I'll make you strong and better. Wrong. Any medication you take is made by a lab. Okay, by a lab. Now, for the longest time, since the dawn of time, man had been smoking pot since the dawn of time period. And what it is, the man has been smoking pot for a long time. Why? Anxiety, depression, the wife, nagging kids, bitchy ass mother-in-law. Just kidding, folks. Depression, anxiety. Also, it helps with chemotherapy. Now we don't know that chemo is still radiation. Okay. It doesn't stop cancer. It makes it worse. Okay. Chemo. If you go back to say 1936, they did this crazy ass PSA bullshit. Okay. It was called reefer madness, folks. And me and my son saw this. Okay, my son saw this when he was 8 years old, and he laughed his ass off because this thing was totally bullshit. Okay, they say if you smoke a reefer, this will happen to you. You'll hallucinate. Really? Yes. You'll see goats fucking. Hey, Farmer John. Hey, dude, your goats are fucking. About damn time. But in actuality, you don't hallucinate. Now, pot, okay, has a lot of usage. Paper, clothes, cornflakes. But they try to make this thing illegal, federally illegal, because they know, okay? They know. The FDA was involved in it too, because companies in the pharmaceutical, the companies in the pharmaceutical companies, the biggest fear is, we're going to lose billions of dollars and we're going to be unemployed. Go fuck yourself, dude. Shit. These companies, they're making about between 25 and 30 billion dollars a year. Okay, it's funding for research on how to keep their scam going, folks. Get scam going. Yeah, these are natural health physicians, okay, that deals with natural health medicines, okay. About 27 out of 30 were found dead, okay. 15, 18 bankers were also found dead. Astrologers, 15 to 20 astrologers were also found dead. Why? It's a big mystery, but what's the big mystery is that why are they killing off natural health doctors using holistic medicine, okay? Natural, okay? There's a doctor by the name of Stanislav Kaczynski. He learned how to cure tumors, okay? This guy spent $2 million, only $2 million on his research. But the FDA and the pharmaceutical companies spend $34 million. Now, here's my question. Why are they spending so much money when this doctor only spent $2 million? Right? $2 million. When they spent nearly $40 million. Are they saying that if we spend more money, we can make this guy look bad? This guy didn't splurge any money. Only $2 million on his study, in his work. And this officer and his wife had a 4-year-old daughter who had, she was suffering from tumors. She had tumors, she had cancer. And they went to this doctor. And his work was proven. And look him up. Stanislav Kaczynski. And they tried everything. And even other doctors wanted nothing to do with him. They wanted to steal his shit. This guy, this doctor was the Nikola Tesla of medicine. They wanted to take everything from him because his work was proven. His everything he did was proven right, and he only spent $2 million, okay, on his work, his research, all his patents. FDA wanted to take his license from him. Why? He's a doctor. Okay? He's a doctor. As a doctor, you're supposed to help people. Okay? Help people. And other doctors wanted to take away one ingredient and patent it for themselves. But they couldn't. Why? Because his medicine, the one ingredient, was already patented by Dr. Stanislav Kaczynski. And what they were doing is they were stealing intellectual, basically stealing property. And they tried to put him to pasture, put him in his grave, because his research was working beautifully. Angioplasty research took years. Okay, took years. And so, after all this research, he patented this all before they tried to ruin him. They wanted to throw him in jail and in prison because he was proving them wrong. They wanted to put him in prison. They called him a heretic. The doctor was a natural health doctor. And stuff he did proved it worked. Now here we're in this pandemic. Okay, pandemic. Coronavirus. COVID-19. Holy shit, the world's falling. Chicken Little, go fuck yourself. And what's one of the cures that could cure this bullshit? Vitamin C, vitamin D, and the motherfucking sun. But they do not want to talk about it. The World Health Organization Susan Wojcicki, whatever her name is, was on CNN, CBS News. And she says, if anybody on YouTube talks about or talks against the World Health Organization or the WHO bullshit fuckers, your video would be taken down as a fucking policy violation. Which shouldn't be, because we all have a right to criticize anything or anybody. This whole entire thing was Bill Gates' plan. The guy should be investigated for practicing medicine without a license. And should be in jail for that shit. No, you can't be in jail. He's a philanthropist. Yeah, a bullshit. The guy couldn't pay anybody to blow the motherfucker and shit. Here, find my balls, please. Fuck you. I'll pay you $1. Fuck you. The president pretty much said, we're no longer going to fund these fuckers because of this bullshit, you know. I mean, I do agree. Fire Dr. Fauci. Fire Dr. Burke. Because these two motherfuckers are Clinton operatives and Gates operatives and shit. They're put there to give out false numbers. The numbers are really strange, you know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at a point, you gotta realize, why is it that they put these fucking fake numbers? Now, check this out. It's not as bad as what you think. Now, Dr. Birx today. Oh, today. Well, I'm thinking it was today or yesterday. That there's a study that came out that it was 40 times less or more, whatever they're talking about. I'm trying to remember, but she said, whatever you're talking about is not true. Or, I mean, the study came out yesterday. Brett Baier, Fox News, came out with this information that really shocked people, and reporters that were there, one of them talked about the study, And Dr. Burks kind of like dodged the question. No, don't answer it. Don't answer it. Don't answer it. So, I want to ask the viewer here, who's here. What is your thoughts on all this bullshit? What's your thoughts on this one? Any thoughts? Anything on your mind? I'd like to hear from you, man. Got anything to say? Just a little short, your whatever you have in mind. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Do you agree? Do you agree with all? Do you agree? Do you agree with all this? Just typey. I think the cat got their tongue. It's okay, man. That's all right. Don't worry. It's cool. Just put in the comment section. No, and I'll read it later. I got one viewer, and like to hear their opinion, if it's okay. If not, that's cool. Just put it in the again the comment section, and I'll read it later. And no rush. Got time. But a lot. I mean, there's so much information. Okay, information again is like a more powerful weapon. Okay, information is the most powerful weapon. Okay, it is more powerful than any weapon in the military. Okay, look, information. Okay, information again is the most powerful weapon than anything that a military has or what law enforcement has. Why? Because information can easily take down a government official. Information, so powerful, can take down the most powerful dictator in history. Information, so powerful, it could take down a regime. All it takes is time. Right? Time. Time is always on somebody's side, okay? Time is always on someone's side when it comes to certain information that could take someone down. A mafioso, somebody in Hollywood, somebody in DC, someone in the military, anybody who's a bad guy, who's doing something very, very bad to somebody or someone, Now, and also, information can also destroy someone with disinformation. Information can also tear down someone who's good. A lie, just told enough, people will start to believe it. Okay? Information, again, is more powerful than any weapon known to man. Stronger than a tank, a jet fighter, a bomber, any kind of weapon at all. Because information, whether it's factual, whether it's fact or bullshit, it could destroy somebody. Good or bad. Now, the information that we're talking about right now is what YouTube will do whatever it takes to censor. Okay? And that is the vitamin C, vitamin D, that could kill COVID-19. It's not as bad as people think, but it could still kill somebody. Infect somebody that can still die. But people have died more from other illnesses than the coronavirus. That's a fact. But they still want to put it as cause of death, COVID-19. You could die of a stroke. Cause of death, COVID-19. Heart attack. Cause of death, COVID-19. Cancer. Cause of death, COVID-19. Right? Anything. ALS. Cause of death, COVID-19. See, a lot of people need to understand this shit. Okay? Everybody has to really think. Okay? Really think about this one. Okay? I mean, really think about this. Okay? Do your research. Connect your dots. But before you do, make sure you got all your information in all one good basket where it is everything's connected, the dots. Before you color in the lines and shit. Make sure that when you do look this shit up, that everything is connected correctly. If it's not done correctly, you're not getting the information that you're looking for. You're getting the disinformation, the misinformation of what the secular mainstream media has been spoon feeding everybody for the past century and a half. And it's called Propaganda Bullshit 101. See, this is why they quit teaching civics in the 70s. If everybody if everybody had civics class, they would learn this shit, okay? I didn't learn it, but I had to learn the hard way of what, over time, of what I could get my hands on. Anything I could read, anything I could actually look up, anything that I could. But over time, I learned a lot. The last 30 years, I learned a lot. I'm 44. From 14 to 44, within the last 30 years, I learned a lot in 30 years. From 14 to 44, I learned a lot of this shit. Was I afraid to learn? Yeah and no. But I still learned. I still learned which was fact, which was bullshit. 30 years, 14 to 44, I learned a lot. Some things that not even you learn in school, because you're not allowed to learn any actual historical things, because the bureaucrats made sure that you and your kids never learned the actual facts, because they all kept it out of books. Most of the books is a little bit truth here, truth there, bullshit here, bullshit there. So there are things that should have been taught and learned in schools, especially civics class. They quit teaching it in the 70s. But I tell you what, if we all learn that shit, we wouldn't be in this fucking mess as we are now. Everybody should learn civics. It pisses me off because nobody has been learning it since the 70s and shit. You know, if you do a lot of little information, your brain is like a sponge. It's soaking in all information. Learn, folks. This is why politics has divided every motherfucker. Every motherfucker's family. Everybody, basically the whole country's divided differently. Political beliefs, religious beliefs, you name it. Religion, politics, bullshit. It's what's dividing everybody. Some say you got to believe in the Bible. Got to believe in creatism. Okay? What about evolution? You cannot talk about that. Shh, it's taboo. Why? What's wrong with evolution? Learning about it. I mean, for example, diseases, diseases and shit. They evolve, right? They evolve. Animals. Through the time of the dinosaurs on now to the creature we have now. Every creature evolves differently. That's evolution. Evolution is what is real. What's real. But they do not want you to talk about it in schools. Why? Because religious folks, they'll step in and say, stop! Killing kids are not allowed to learn this shit. You gotta learn creatism. No, I don't. I don't believe in creatism. I believe in evolution. Okay, evolution, because look, we were created from the carbon atoms. Maybe we shouldn't be burning all this coal. I mean, humanity's been around for 200-300 years. Earth's been around 4-6 billion years. The Big Bang. What happened? Nobody knows. They say God created the heaven and the earth. He created all this in 7 days. Okay, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love reading the Bible. It has some good stories, some good stories, some good scriptures, but still, it doesn't answer the question. Why are people so angry about evolution? Because knowing that evolution is fact. Creatism is in the Bible, okay? Now, some of you might disagree with that, but that's okay. That's what makes us humans, that we could disagree on anything. We can agree on anything. Because as human beings, we can have a civil, peaceful conversation. We could all put politics and religion aside. Okay? The two things that divide everybody else. And sit down and talk, have a nice cold beer, sit down in the chair, and just converso, hash it out, input. Really have a good conversation without calling each other names, putting each other down. If you communicate, it will solve everything. You ain't got to throw fists. You ain't got to attack anybody. Just calm the fuck down. It's all hashed out by saying, let's talk about it, folks. Sit down, have a powwow. Okay, have a powwow. You ain't got to attack anybody. Keep the cards in the deck. Put in the trash. There's no use. There won't be no use of the race card, the sex card, whatever cards in the deck. Keep in the little box. Throw it in the pit. Light on fire. Because you don't need to be using those cards because they're useless. Because personally, I'm tired of people using the race card. I'm tired of people using the sex card, being the misogyny card. I'm tired of someone using all these meanings from the deck of bullshit. Leave it in the deck. Throw it in the fire, let it burn. It's all democratic, left-wing bullshit hypocrisy that we don't fucking need. Keep the race card in the deck. Keep the xenophobe card in the deck. Keep it all in the deck in a little box and just throw it in the fire, let it all burn. Because we don't need this bullshit. Because all it does is shows the young fuckers that they have absolutely no reason in life to pick any dumbass card from the deck and use it. You don't need it, kids. Throw it in the fire. Let it burn. You don't need to be calling anyone a Nazi or a racist or a sexist or a homophobe or a xenophobe, whatever the card is. It's worthless. Put it back in the deck. Put it back in the box. Throw the whole box in the fire and let it burn. Because all it is your excuse for being a pussy. That's all it is. It's all bullshit. You know it. I know it. Everybody else knows it, but they're too damn stupid to realize they're getting brainwashed by their teachers. College is worthless. College is one of the worst things ever happened to young people. Period. It is. Because by the time you're a newborn, a baby, a little infant, and your mom twat shot you out of her womb, and you're raised to be a good person. I understand the difference between right and wrong. Over time, you're gonna go to school, and you're gonna make friends. Some of your friends are gonna have out of your friends, there's one little bastard that's going to be a huge bad influence, or a good influence, a positive influence in your life, or a group who's a not much of an influence but a bad batch, or you might meet some friends that are very influential in your life that helps you to be a better person. Right? No problem at all. So, then when you reach high school, middle school, that's where you start to develop. Oh, I had to know. I remember, man, I tell you. Itchy. Start going that peach fuzz down by your little took berries. Then all of a sudden, voice changes. Then all of a sudden, you start sounding like a barn animal. The more you talk, there's a couple goats in your back porch, you know. Your parents would laugh at you. Hey, Jimbo, there's two goats in there. Want to see you. Liar. But then, when you reach the peak of evolution, see, we all go through evolution. You grow up, okay? Your voice changes. Ladies, when you reach about between 10 and 14 years of age, you start to develop naturally. Same as guys. You start to evolve. That's evolution, okay? That's part of that's part of human evolution. Your body evolves, okay? Now, when you reach older, during that time, you start to realize, you start to question yourself. Not just yourself as a human being, but you're starting to question your own sexuality. Okay? You start to question your own sexuality as in, what am I? I know I'm a male, or I know I'm a female, but there's that one thing. Do I like... I'm starting to get this weird feeling, you know, like a teenage boy. He starts to see this. He starts to get attracted to girls, okay, but also girls start to get attracted to boys, but also okay. There's also that curveball. As a male or female, you start to question other things about you. See, back then they called it a mental disorder. Now it's called being gay, lesbian, bi, whatever. But you don't know until later on. Okay? In the Bible, it's called heresy. You get stoned to death for this shit. But that's just in the Bible, okay? Now it's a different time, it's a new age, it's a new era. And then, after a while, you start to realize you could be attracted to the opposite sex or the same sex. Or both. You're like You're walking the line between being attracted to both male and female. Okay? Same thing. If you're male, same thing. If you're female, same thing. You can still walk that line, but also be attracted to females and male. That's okay. I don't judge. Now, over time, now, some may experiment without no one knowing. Okay, it's okay to experiment. Okay, because you are questioning yourself, but you're even in college, high school. Now, I can admit, but was I afraid? Yeah, I was scared. I mean, we were all scared at that age. You know, we were all afraid at that age. But we didn't talk much about it because we wanted to know for ourselves that are we this, are we that, or are we still walking that line? It's a good question. So it's kind of a more open now. More open. And every time, I mean, you have a right to marry anybody. Now, this comes from me. If you love that person and you want to spend the rest of your life with that person until you get old, go do it. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're a lesbian. I don't care if you're bi. It's your life. And if you love that person and you want to spend the rest of your life with that person that you're with because you love them with all your heart, do it. Do it. See, I'm a father of a gay son. And I support my son 1,000,000%. It's my boy. I've always supported my son since they was born. I've been his dad for a long time, and I'm going to be his dad for a long time, no matter what. Anybody fucks with him, they gotta go through daddy here. That's my boy. I would put my life on the line to defend my son. If I have to die doing it, I will do that. To protect my son, you bet your ass I would. I love my son. I want to see him happy. I want to see a lot of you happy. I want to see a lot of people in the LGBT community happy. Happy. Be happy. Enjoy your life. Okay? Enjoy your life. Do not let anybody tell you different, because you know what? It's your life. I'm proud to say, please be happy. Okay? I love you guys. Because it's your life. It's your life, man. I don't know. I'm kind of a rare guy, you know. Shit, you know. But there's things that do come into question. But it needs to take time to answer that question. You know, there has to be time to answer any question before you answer. Let the question sink in, then answer it. Because it's time to really put politics and religion aside and all have a big, civil, peaceful powwow. A conversation about anything except for religion and politics, because religion's okay as long as you don't push it on anybody else. Now, politics, fuck politics, folks. I hate politics, man. It's the one thing that really fucks this world up big time, is fucking politics. I hate politics, man. I fucking hate politics. I like to see everybody to have a simple, peaceful, civil discussion, a nice powwow, okay? Talk it out about anything except for politics. Politics is a problem. It's a problem. Always has been, always will. Because why? Politics has always been a ruiner of society, okay? They use it as a weapon against minorities, okay? For example, COINTELPRO. J. Edgar Hoover has been director of the FBI for decades. He hated black people. And the Black Panthers of the time, they took care of their own. Okay? They took care of their communities. They started lunch drives. They were the first ones. Okay, the first ones to give free health care to the citizens. It didn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. It did not matter. They took care of you. Free health care. But also, it was the war in Vietnam. Watergate happened. Nixon got impeached for being a prick. And Nixon, the reason Nixon started the war on drugs was to go after the black people and put them back in their place. Did it happen? No. The war on drugs was used. See, the thing is, it happened in 1972. 48 years ago. 48 years ago, 1972. Did it work? No. Because it's a waste of money. The war on drugs was a waste of fucking money. It was. Now, because of this war on drugs, there's the infamous Iran-Contra controversy. The CIA was selling drugs, making money, using the money to buy weapons from the Iranians, to take the weapons to the Contras. Because they had a civil war. And who was involved? George H.W. Bush. The father of George W. Bush. Former CIA director, former VP, former president, now dead. He was involved in the war, first Gulf War. The reason we went to the first Gulf War was bullshit. Now, Saddam, from what we were told during that time, Saddam invented Kuwait to take the oil. No. We went in there to take the oil. And we did. We just kicked Saddam out because it was this so-called big dick affair. Because y'all know the bullets and rockets all shaped like dicks. So it was like someone was pulling off the bigger dick foreign policy, you know. Thank God for George Carlin, man. Because what did we do? George H.W. Bush did what we did in Vietnam. We all pulled out. I thought we were having this bigger dick foreign policy. They got bigger dicks. Bomb those bastards. But we pulled out. Yeah. We pulled out of Kuwait, but we kept all the oil fields. Why? Because oil is a commodity. It's a commodity. The more oil, the more rich we become. That's it. But so on and so forth, all hell went loose until now. 30 years of bullshit. And here we are. And here we are, folks. Bullshit. Bullshit, folks. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I want to thank our viewer for watching. Has been around for a while. Thank you for staying, man. It's an honor. Thank you. I'm Grandmaster Evan. Please share this video, subscribe, leave a like. Please hit the bell for notification. And if you got the transmission, you are the resistance. I'm Grandmaster Evan, and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. Peace and thank you. Get well, stay well, and Godspeed.